What's going on, Doji fam, and welcome to another episode of What Really Happened, the series where I give you a quick review slash recap of a movie, anime, video game, TV show, whatever it may be, and I'm always accompanied by a guest. So as usual, I am joined today by my boy Shamar.
What up?
Say something else. Say something else.
It's gonna be what up every time.
Say something else.
What up?
See what I deal with? Anyways, this week, because we're following the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe thing after the Iron Man video, we are going into the next series, which is The Incredible Hulk. And I will tell you guys right now, I do not like this movie. I do not like this movie.
Bro,
but
trash.
it's trash. But we're doing it anyways. So, with that being said, play my intro, son. Alright, so The Incredible Hulk starts off with the flashback, right? Before everything in this movie happened, we have General Ross, right? Father of Betty Ross. And we have Bruce Banner, Betty Ross's boyfriend? They're doing an experiment to quote unquote allow humans to be immune to gamma radiation, right? That's not really what they're doing. General Ross actually wants to make another superhuman super soldier serum or whatever because that's how Marvel works. In Marvel, every single story starts off with a super soldier serum. So that's what Ross wants to do. Banner uses himself as a test subject. It goes terribly wrong, turns to the Hulk, fucks everybody up, he dips, right? 5 years later, we get into the actual movie. Right now, Bruce Banner works for a bottling company in Brazil, right? He's doing yoga, doing like belly dancing and shit to like control his emotions and his breathing and shit. Some dudes start slapping him in the face a whole bunch of times. It's weird. One day on the job, Bruce Banner's chilling in the bottle manufacturing factory, accidentally gets some blood into a bottle. He's like, yo, we gotta get that bottle off the thing.
He starts freaking the fuck
Yeah,
out.
he starts wilding. He's like, get this shit off. Yo, stop the shit. Stop the shit. But they don't stop it. It's whatever. Unfortunately, Stan Lee drinks the bottle. I think that was fucked up. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. We love you. We miss you. Anyways, because the blood got on the bottle, right? The military, General Ross, who's looking for Bruce Banner right now for obvious reasons. You know, he's the Hulk. You can't just have the Hulk running around and shit. They're able to trace Bruce Banner because of the blood is on the bottle, right? They go to his house. They start chasing him. Somehow this professor is outrunning military men, but cool. Fine, whatever, normal. They meet into a factory, these guys start bullying Bruce, turns to the Hulk, fucks everybody up, he dips, he ends up in Guatemala. After the whole military incident, this other soldier named Emil, he's a Russian guy, right?
Russian raised in England
soldier, right? So he's like, yo, what the fuck was that? And then Ross is like, listen, bro, that guy Bruce Banner, he absorbed a lot of gamma rays, and now he's the Hulk, all right? Basically, Emil is like, I kind of want to do that too, like, you know, not on like a crazy scale, but just like on like a small scale, right? So essentially, General Ross gives Emil some of the super soldier serum that turned Bruce Banner into the Hulk. He's kind of sort of strong, but he's not like Hulk strong, right? In Guatemala, nothing really happens in Guatemala, right? So essentially, Bruce Banner just goes to America, right? Because during this whole thing, even when he was in Brazil, he was talking to this guy named Mr. Blue, and Mr. Blue can possibly get an antidote for his whole Hulk transformation thing, right? So he's like, I gotta go to America, get this data on my Hulk transformation that's probably under my girl's Betty's eyes because she was working on the whole thing with me. So I gotta go find Betty, get this data, give it to Mr. Blue so I can get this antidote and I will never be the Hulk again and the military can leave me the fuck alone, right? So he goes to America, finds out his girl Betty is dating some other guy, right? She's in a committed relationship with some other dude. That's super important. Remember that. He goes to some random pizza place. The guy's like, oh man, I remember when you and Betty used to come over here all the time. You guys were inseparable. And then he's like, yeah, okay, cool. Can you like give me a bed to sleep in and whatever? And then he's like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? Some things happen, whatever. Bruce delivers a fake pizza to some like random security place. He starts talking to Mr. Blue again. He's like, yo, guess what? I'm in America. Betty ends up going to the pizza shop where Bruce is staying at. And then Bruce comes in at the worst time. And then Betty sees him and Bruce is like, oh nah. Then he dips. But then Betty is like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that's my boyfriend. Like, no, he's not really my boyfriend because I have a real boyfriend, but that's my man's, right? So then Betty finds Bruce and then she's like, I want you to come home with me. Mind you, she has a full man and she brings this man to her house.
And her father is the one trying to kill Bruce.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't want to
so
go with you.
Bruce is in the wrong because he's like, your dad is still trying to kill me. And Betty is in the wrong because it's like, you got a boyfriend, bro. Like, what are you doing with your thoughts? thoughts out here in the Marvel universe, right? So Betty takes Bruce back to her place and she's like, hey, you know, what do you need to do? And then Bruce is all like, yo, we gotta get this data at the university and I gotta go find this guy named Mr. Blue. Once I get the data, I need you to stay away from me so that you don't get hurt, right? And then Betty's like, all right, fine, let's go, right? They go to the university, grab the data, but because General Ross is a smart ass nigga, he's like, oh, obviously he's with my daughter and obviously they're at the fucking university or whatever. He also got tipped off by Betty's, I guess, ex-boyfriend because he was like feeling petty and he was like, pretty sure she's fucking that guy that, you know, she randomly ran into and started crying about. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get them in trouble so I can get my Betty back. He doesn't get her back, don't worry. Like that's like the last time we see him in the whole movie. Anyways, military comes in, Bruce is like, fuck that, swallows a flash drive that has the data on it, and then
shit like a boss.
Eats that shit like a boss, right? This movie is still trash, don't get it twisted. Anyways, Bruce is now fine the military, right? He turns to the Hulk because they start throwing gas at him or whatever. Turns to the Hulk, fights him off, then General Ross is like, fuck, we lost again, let's just dip. But then the soldier guy, Emil, the guy who has a super soldier serum within him, is like, hey, wait a minute, don't forget, y'all got me. So he starts seeing the Hulk with the ones and twos, right? But then the Hulk kicks the shit out of him, and then the nigga dies, like he's dead.
Broke every bone in his body.
Every bone in his body that was said in the movie. He fucked him up. That guy is done. He's never coming back, right? Don't worry, he comes back. Anyways, Bruce takes Betty and they dip. Bruce screams at some lightning for some time, whatever. Now Betty and Bruce is on the run because now General Ross knows that if he finds Betty, he finds Bruce, so they might as well just stick together, right? While this is all going on, we find out that Emil, the soldier, recovered from his crazy, insane injury, right? Because he has super soldier serum within him and that also gives you a healing factor. So Betty and Bruce are on the run, right? They go and eventually find the Mr. Blue guy, the doctor, who is a guy who apparently took Bruce's blood and is like, hey, I'm gonna mass produce this and we could use it for like genetics and medicine and all this stuff, right? Curing cancer. That's like the biggest thing. But that's besides the point right now. Basically, he's like, let's test this antidote thing, right? You may have an antidote, let's test it out, right? The antidote works, the test works out fine. However, he says that, okay, you know, it may only suppress each transformation. It's not gonna completely cure the Hulk thing. It's just gonna suppress the transformations that you go back into Bruce Banner when you do Hulk out. The doctor goes to Bruce and he's like, yo, we could change the world with this shit. We can use your blood and give it to like animals and shit and then give it to humans and cure the world. Nobody would be disease ridden ever. I don't understand how a super soldier serum that was caused by gamma rays can cure people from all types of whatever, but guess that's how life works now. Bruce is like, bro, I've been dealing with this for the longest time. Her father is fucking trying to use my blood to create an army of super soldiers. I'm not trying to have you do the same thing, but trying to cure the world. While this is all going on, right, the military obviously found out where Betty and Bruce was because they suck at hiding their location. So they shoot a tranquilizer gun at Bruce. Bruce gets knocked out. They kidnap Bruce and Betty. While this is all going on, Emil, the super soldier, because he wants screen time, jumps into the lab and he's like, hey man, so I got the super soldier serum within me, but that Hulk shit, I really want that Hulk shit. Mr. Blue is like, I don't know, bro. You already got some in you. That doesn't seem like a good idea. And he's like, bruh, give me the fucking Hulk shit, right?
At this point, Emil's a fucking crackhead.
Yeah, he's a crackhead on super soldier serum. That's essentially. And it's kind of crazy because like, except for the addiction to the super soldier serum, like it did a pretty good job. Like he technically did get stronger and faster and he was more agile. So good job, guys, except for the addiction part. Might want to fix that. Anyways, Emil gets a Hulk serum thing. He turns into Abomination, turns into this giant beast thing that is stronger than the Hulk. He starts tearing up New York. And then in the helicopter with General Ross, a military guy calls up General Ross and is like, yo, bro, the Hulk is outside. And then Ross is like, no, he's not. I got Bruce Banner in my helicopter. And then the military guy's like, no, nigga, he's outside running amok and fucking shit up. You got the wrong dude. So then they look outside, they see fucking Emil in his Abomination form, fucking shit up. Bruce wakes up, he's like, guys, I have an idea. I'm gonna Hulk out and I'm gonna fight him. Better idea. I'm gonna jump out this window and I'm gonna turn to the Hulk at like mid-fall, right? Then Betty's like, wait, you'll die. And then Bruce is like, I'm the Hulk. It's gonna be fine. So Bruce jumps out the helicopter. Midway through, he's like, oh fuck, this is a terrible idea. I need to go back now. Crashes into the fucking floor, right? Crashes into the fucking floor. like a dumbass. Bruce obviously turns to the Hulk, gets up, Abomination shows up, Hulk and Abomination duke it out, Abomination starts winning, but then the Hulk gets some random anime power-up, beats Abomination, everybody's looking at him and they're like, oh shit, look at the Hulk. So the Hulk is all like, obviously I can't just be here, I can't live amongst these humans. So he goes to Betty and he's like, rada rada, rada rada rada, rada rada.
Rada, 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 rada.
I am the Hulk, I can't be here, I'm out, right? So he dips, Betty's all like, oh, okay. And I'm pretty sure the only reason why he dips is because that Betty will never be seen again. And we already know that the Hulk that we're gonna see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is out here fucking Black Widow. But that's gonna happen in another video. Anyways, sometime in the future, right? We see Bruce Banner chilling in some random cottage, meditating or whatever. And apparently he shows that he can just kind of go into the Hulk transformation at will. Kind of, but we all know that's not completely true, so we'll just completely just disregard that scene. The important scene is when we see General Ross chilling in a bar and Tony Stark jumps in and is like, yo, bro, so your green guy, I'ma need him because I'm building a team because this guy Nick Fury came to me and told me that he's building a team. In turn, that means I'm also building a team and my team is gonna be lit and it's gonna be called the Avengers. You already know all that shit because that is what really happened in The Incredible Hulk. But if you want to find out what really happened in The Incredible Hulk, I suggest you watch the actual movie and go through that torment because my God, was that movie terrible. I hope this is more enjoyable than the actual movie because watching this movie just to kind of get an idea again of how the movie went was just the most annoying experience. I wasn't even really paying attention.
And we started it over.
Yeah, we had to start it over. Like it was bad. No, I will never put myself through that again. But then I have to watch Thor. I think Thor is next, right? Fuck, Thor is next. Fuck.
It just gets worse.
Shit, end the video. I'm tight now. What's going on, fam? And thank you so much for watching this episode of What Really Happened. Once again, continuing with the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe thing. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already for more dope content from your boy and my friend. And as well, click on the notification bell so that you get updated with everything that I do on this channel, because if you do not, you will not know dog shit. And that sucks for everybody who wants to see my content. Shout out to all my dope and loyal patrons that make videos like this possible with their very kind donations. The patrons will be somewhere on the screen so that you can see their names. Pay attention to them because they're like the real MVPs for donating money to the channel and helping me out. And if you would also like to become a patron, go to my Patreon page in the description below and find out how you can support the channel for as little as $1 a month, fam. And as I said before, the next person to be covered in What Really Happened is gonna be Thor.
Fuck.
We're gonna do the Thor movie.
Fuck.
And it's gonna be terrible. Because that movie is so fucking boring. And you know what sucks even more than that? Eventually, we're gonna have to do Thor Dark. We're gonna have to do Thor Dark World.
Oh God.
Yeah, and that movie might have been worst. That movie, out of all the Marvel movies, might have been my least favorite, right next to Incredible Hulk.
I still haven't seen that all the way through.
Me neither. I haven't seen Hulk all the way through, bro.
Oh, that was your first time.
Not Hulk. I haven't seen Thor all the way through. Yeah, I haven't seen Thor all the way through, people. So I got some things to do. With that being said, be easy, stay lit, and take care.